What's going on, everyone? In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at cubic functions, how to sketch them, and how to extract some really key pieces of information from the graphs. Let's go ahead and dive right in. All right. So let's say I'm presented with these problems. All right, let's say I got to sketch the graphs of f of x, and I want to label the points where the graphs intercept the axes, both the x and y, as well as any maximum or minimum points. So let's take a look at this first one, x minus 2 cubed. In our graphing calculator. So if you go ahead and graph this in your calculator, in which case I'm using the Ti-Nspire, you can go ahead and see some really key points. So it's going to cross the x-axis at 2, 0. It's going to cross the y-axis at 0, 8. And then I went ahead and used a table. There's multiple different ways to go about this. You can use the trace function or you can use a table. But I use 4, 8 and -1, -27 as really easy points to help guide my sketch as well. When it comes to our sketch, you can see that I kind of appropriately scaled the axes to be 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, -2, -4, -6, -8, and so on. And you can see that I marked clearly here that I have a x-intercept at 2. And then up here, I'm going to have my value of 4, 8. And then right here, I'm going to have my value of 0, -8. And I try to sketch this out as smooth as possible. I unfortunately have terrible handwriting, so this doesn't look as pretty as the graph does. But again, it's just a sketch to get across the major points that the problem was asking us for. So now let's take a look at the other one. So now I'm asked to graph x cubed minus 7x squared plus 4x minus 12, which is conveniently graphed right there. So as you can see, using my graphing calculator, I went ahead and labeled the y-intercept at 0, -12, the maximum point right here, the minimum point right there, as well as the x-intercept right there. So knowing these pieces of information, I can go ahead and use those specific points to label on my sketch as well and help guide me with what I'm doing with my sketch. So when you look at my sketch, I have those key pieces of information represented. I have my x-intercept here, my my minimum here, my maximum here, as well as my y-intercept there, and I have the general shape of what I'm going for labeled here. Okay, so that's how you can go from the graph on your calculator, getting those really key pieces of information, into a sketch that you might need to draw on an exam.